Can a Scientologist take anti-seizure medication if it is prescribed by a doctor?
Absolutely, yeah. Whenever you're dealing with any kind of physical condition, this isn't the kind of thing that's even an option. I mean, this is mandatory. You know, sort of physical condition, diagnosed by a medical doctor, and that doctor's prescribing a medication. The person's going to take it. I mean, just like anybody else would. You're dealing with a physical condition, you're going to do that.
See,
for
Tommy,
sure.
I think some of the confusion comes from your own website, because it states that all Scientologists lead drug-free lives. So does that not mean then all drugs, but just maybe illicit drugs, illegal drugs like cocaine or marijuana?
Yeah, exactly. We're talking about street drugs there, or that kind of thing, in terms of drug abuse or drug addiction, and you know, any sort of illicit or street drug, that kind of thing. But as far as medical drugs, as far as going to a doctor and dealing with any kind of physical condition or something that might be wrong with somebody, Scientologists go to doctors for sure. It's a matter of church policy, frankly. You know, someone has some sort of physical condition, they're suffering in some way, something's going on, they're going to go to a doctor and seek conventional medical help and follow that course of treatment that any doctor would recommend.
What if it's a psychological condition or a neurological condition like autism? Does the church recognize that?
Well, when you're talking about a medical condition, you're talking about something that's physically wrong with somebody, and that kind of thing in the province of a medical doctor. I mean, that's really what we're talking about here. And you know, and sometimes physical conditions involve the brain or some sort of malfunctioning, you know, in that regard. And again, that's absolutely the province of medicine, and Scientologists go to doctors for that.
Tommy, let me ask you one last question, because some people who have reported on the church and some who have left the church have said that according to Scientology, people with disabilities like autism are classified as, and I'm using a quote here, degraded, that they are capable of curing themselves by working harder on the church's teachings. Is that the position of Scientology?
Absolutely not. I mean, that's completely false, and frankly, really what we're talking about here is this is a tragedy. I mean, no parent ever thinks they're going to lose their child, and I think if you have people coming out of the woodwork like that, saying these kinds of things, I mean, I think that's pretty disgusting, and really what you said's not true. I've never heard of any such thing, and there's nothing in or with Scientology that would ever look down on somebody in any way, shape, or form. I mean, we think, you know, I think that's pretty gross, and I think it's a tragedy, and it certainly doesn't sound like anything I've ever heard. I can tell you it's absolutely not true.
All right, Tommy Davis.
Things that were said is that in your religion there is not a medication, and you don't necessarily take a member of your family or anyone to a doctor. Is that the case?
No, that's not true. It's actually that's just not true. It's actually the opposite, where you know, they say, look, get your physical, you know, get medication, get your physical